I'm pleased to be joined today here on Primetime Local News with two of the organizers behind the Battle at the Border Cheer Championship. Now, this event's going to be taking place on Saturday at the Service Sports Center here in Lloydminster. Before we get into this year's event, though, I wanted to give you guys the chance to share a little bit of the history of how the Battle at the Border got started.
Leslie and I both own cheerleading clubs. I'm in Edmonton and she's in Warman, just outside of Saskatoon. And we're like friends through cheerleading and we compete against each other and we both run some other events. And we more were just sort of talking one day, like, hey, we should get our two clubs together almost like as a showcase at near the beginning of the season. Just because there is such like friendly vibes between the two groups. And so we were like, yeah, we could, what's halfway? And halfway was Lloydminster, literally right at the border. And so it more started out like as it was going to be just sort of a event amongst the two of us as friends to get the clubs and the like all the kids out doing their thing just a little bit earlier in the season than normal. And then do you want to talk about how it grew into what it did?
Yeah, we had this idea, and literally I was driving to her competition in Edmonton, and Lloyd, we stopped quickly and was like, hey, there's a big service complex here. This is definitely doable. I went and took a quick tour, and then it just kind of evolved and other people got on board with it. And just being able to compete earlier in the year and watching the kids progress and that, but it was yeah, it was just kind of like all the pieces were all coming together one by one very nicely. So, and yeah, now everyone, both provinces are joining in and enjoying it.
No, that's awesome. I'm glad I asked about the history because I didn't know that. And that's such a cool story. And it's fun to see how this started. Can you tell me a little bit about this year's event, what's taking place?
We have, yeah, it's we have almost 700 athletes that will be coming to participate. So the event, in fact, I didn't pull up the schedule in front of me, but
I have.
do you have it? Okay, so you can maybe give the hours. But we have right from like very beginner, like U6, so they're like 4 and 5 years old. They've probably just started even in September, right up to level 7 world's program teams that are adults. So wide age range, wide ability range. So it's like pretty cool show to watch throughout the day as there's just kind of something for everyone to enjoy.
It was pretty neat to watch the competition come to Lloyd for the first time and not everyone knowing what it was about and watching a lot of bringing our sport to a lot of new people. I think by myself and Kim bringing the sport to Lloyd as a friendship partnership, we were able to create a sport in Lloyd because there is now a couple of clubs because of us bringing that competition there. So, and letting, watching people see the value in it and growing our sport, which was amazing.
Yeah, I've just been here in Lloyd the past couple of years. I moved here in 2020, and even through the COVID times, there was a number of different clubs coming up in different communities around here. So it's great to see things growing. Is the sport growing in general, just across Alberta and Saskatchewan?
It sure is. It did take a bit of a dip during COVID. It was, obviously hard to keep kids engaged when you had to pretty much do it in this like format on Zoom. And so when they're used to throwing each other in the air and flipping and things, it was a bit of a challenge to keep it going through certain parts. But we're now starting to recover. So most of the numbers in the clubs are starting to be where they were pre-COVID. Competition wise, this one, we haven't reached our pre-COVID numbers, but it's very early in the season for this probably being what will be, knock on wood, our first regular season since the 2020 shutdown.
This event, you haven't been able to do this event for a number of years. So how exciting is it to be able to have it back? And also, why did you decide to kind of resurrect it?
Oh, we just had a phone call yesterday. I'm like, are you so excited? I'm so excited. We're like, we don't care that the numbers are lower right now. I think we're just so excited to be together. Like, if you really think about it, none of us actually got to our sport anyways, never got back to normal till March. like probably second week of March of this year. So it is scary to put our kids back out there when we haven't been able to be ready by December 3 years, but I think it's great. But yeah, we were on the phone yesterday, like just so excited, like just to be there and be together and have our clubs and our friends from other clubs come and, just have a really good, fun environment, right?
We know that the name is Battle at the Border, but like a better description would be fun with friends.
Yeah. Yeah. Meeting in the middle, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see. It seems like it's going to be a great event with lots of energy. For people who are coming by, maybe guest visitors stopping by to see the show on Saturday, is there anything that people should keep in mind?
With about that 700 athletes, we do expect probably anywhere from 2,000 to 2,500 people in the building with spectators, etc. The doors open at 10:30 on Saturday, and wristbands are $15. Children 5 and under are free, and there's 2 sessions, and our second session also starts at, I do believe, 1 o'clock. And they can also go to battleborder.ca for all of our scheduled times of teams, etc.
And
Awesome.
I think if I was someone brand new, just prepare for it to be loud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
Lots of
just
music, lots of excitement.
yeah, music, just the crowd is loud. It's just a very like high-paced, energetic environment.
Lots of hairspray.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you both for taking some time to talk with me today. I'm glad we were able to do this and kind of showcase this event that's going to be coming here to town in a couple days.